This is Burnout, a board game that lets players explore the subject of burnout in the catering industry. The game's setup consists of the board, 4 player sheets, each with their own level of burnout or stress. Kitchen players start with a level of burnout, each affecting their movement differently, and front of house players start with an empty stress meter. The cards, daily sales target cards, front of house cards, order cards, kitchen cards, and food cards. There is also the turn timer. At the start of the game, a sales card is drawn. These determine the amount of money that needs to be made and the amount of turns that the players have to make it. The money is made through the order cards, drawn when the kitchen draws a draw order card, and completed through preparing food and serving the completed orders. This player is preparing a food item that is required for one of the orders in waiting. By landing on the required food space, the player can pick up that food card and place it in their hand inventory space. This player has collected a food item and moved enough spaces to take it to the food drop-off space. This allows the player to place the food card on the required order. The front of house player has drawn a +1 stress token card. This is unique to this player. This first token has no effect, however, each additional token will affect the player's movement, simulating the build-up of stress and how it can lead to burnout. The timer moves down by 1 when play returns to the starting player. The game is over if the timer falls below 1. Players win if they have reached the daily sales target, or lose if they have failed to reach it. This kitchen player has drawn a dishwasher card. This is one of 3 distraction cards in the kitchen deck. These are designed to have the player go off course and have an additional task on top of the multitude of orders they have to complete, again simulating the stress that leads to burnout. The front of house player has drawn one of their distraction cards, a drinks order. These come in £5 or £10 and they take up a hand space, but when served to the correct table, they contribute to the daily total. This kitchen player has 2 food items prepared and has rolled high enough to reach the drop-off space. When they arrive, they can deposit both food items to the order, completing one order ready for the front of house player to pick up and serve. The next kitchen player is moving to the front of house help space. When a kitchen player lands on this space, their turn ends immediately, but it removes 1 stress token from the front of house player. This promotes teamwork and strong group dynamics, crucial for stress reduction and overall burnout levels. When the front of house player picks up a complete order, it is ready to serve. The food ingredients are moved to the fridge space, and the order card is then placed in an empty hand slot. When it is served, it is added to the sales total. When the kitchen players draw a restock card, they must go to the fridge space. If any food cards are in the fridge, they are placed back in their respective areas. If the fridge is empty, the player closes the door and carries on. This player used their movement to collect 2 food cards in 1 turn and is moving towards the order drop-off space. The front of house player has drawn another +1 stress token. Because they already have 1 token, this second level of stress now affects their movement, reducing their rolls by 1. Again, a kitchen player has opted to lend a hand to the front of house player, ending their turn to remove their second token. This kitchen player has drawn a slipped-on grease card, reducing their movement this turn by an additional 2 on top of their burnout level. The last type of distraction card for the front of house is the drinks bill, sending the player to the stated table immediately, and adding to the amount of stress of trying to deliver orders and the balance of other tasks. At the end of this round, it will bring the timer down to 1, the last round. As the front of house player delivers both a £40 order and a £10 drinks order, the game timer ends, and the total sales are counted for the game. A total of £105 was made within the 9 turns, winning this game. Thank you for watching a short playthrough of Burnout. For more information about the research that went into the design, please visit my portfolio website.